Hi, I'm Adriana Galinek, your embodiment and relationship coach, and this is my podcast. I spend most of my time reconnecting relationships, diving deep between the land of energy, and helping those couples, ignite that spark back in the bedroom. This podcast is for the universal, spellbinding people who love a little woo-woo and the thunder of truth. You're listening to Love, Sex, and Energy. Let's jump in. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Love, Sex, and Energy. I'm your host, Adriana Galinek, and today we're diving in gratitude work. Gratitude work, meditation, journaling, vision boards. Are we doing it right? What does that mean? What does that look like? And it's quite common at the start of the year where we tend to put all our goals down. What is your goal? What is your vision? And for those who aren't vision seeking, that can't see, we often say, cut out some pictures and stick them on a board, and obviously with a lot more love and meaning to that. But generally, it allows your brain to envision, to create a concrete material in your mind so it actually works. So let me break that down. So when we're envisioning, for example, buying a house, and you know what it looks like, I always tell my peeps, go and see what it feels like. What would it look like? Go to open inspections, have a look at the homes that are similar to that. Envision that. How do you see yourself? It's not just about pictures that go onto a board, right? And the reason why we have these images, because if you are thinking about creating a goal or creating something that you really want, if your mind has never seen it before, it's just a thought. But if it has seen something similar or like-minded, you've given your mind a picture. And when you talk about it, which is linked to your frequency, I know you're going to have a love me and talk about frequency. When it's linked to your frequency and your feeling, then your mind goes, oh, when she thinks about this house, her frequency goes up, or that energy goes up. So this must be good. Right? You with me? It's not so much when you stick it onto the board that you are going to receive it. You actually need to do the work behind it. So when we're talking law of attraction kind of stuff, and you are doing a vision board, you need to work yourself back from where you are or where your outcome is to where you're going backwards, and vice versa. And you need to actually action things, okay? You need to action things when you're doing vision boards. It's not just, this is what it is and I'm going to be amazing and it's going to come the next day. It doesn't work like that. So they're vision boards. When we're talking about meditation, right? And the reason why I'm talking about these things today was I had someone ask me a question about, am I doing this right? And I tend to speak to my little school kids that I was teaching years ago in art. They say, did I do this good? Do you like this? And I'd always ask them the same question. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? Does that feel right for you? Allowing them to distinguish their own emotions and feelings. And the same things goes for gratitude tools that we have, whether it's a vision board, whether it's meditation, whether it's journaling. We have to simplify the things that we're doing. Right? For me, because I am an embodiment coach, it's all about embodying the energy, embodying the frequency so I can lift and shift every single time. And that's what I teach. So regardless of whether you find journaling boring, you might not like that, but you might like meditation. Or you might not like meditation because your mind wanders too much and you want to do journaling. And there's no right or wrong with either or. There's no right or wrong. Just letting you know that if you spent 5 minutes with your eyes closed meditating and you're in peace, full peace, harmony, amazing. Because you could really stretch that out into breath work. We know breath work is important. But if I'm talking about someone who does not know where to begin, needs fresh start, wants to get into something like this but doesn't understand how, I'm not going to say, go and do your breath work, your 108 different, the sun and the moon alterations. I'm not going to go talking about sitting there for an hour and, freaking them out. go and try new things for you. If journaling doesn't work, journaling is great when you've got no one to talk to. Journaling is great when you have great ideas and you get really creative and you can put things down. Gratitude, same with the gratitude work. I always am thankful, and I've done this since I was a little girl. Going back through my day before I go to sleep, it's like I watch a film. This is not everybody. This is just my unique craziness, right? I go back and I rewatch my day and I give thanks and blessings to the things that have helped me shift to where I am. So for example, if I was talking to Sue's, my mentor, and, we had a great conversation. My energy was so excited because I've done all this work that she's like encouraging me to do. And, at the end of the night, just allowing that peace connection to give thanks that she could give me that time, her time to spend time with me, it's beautiful. And giving thanks and being grateful for what you have every day is empowering. It's a nice vibration. It's a safe vibration to stop you from going down. And if we keep remembering all the good things that happen in your day, or even the little things such as having your cup of coffee, you would have heard me speak about enjoying a nice cup of coffee or a cup of tea, whatever it is, and just being thankful that you've had the time to do that. That keeps you in a good state and your frequencies becomes balanced. When we stop being grateful, when we're stuck or when we're depressed or when we can't get out of that funk of life, check your gratitude work. Check it. Are you doing things to implement to allow you to rise and shift? Are you wanting to scale? Are you wanting to make a change? Are you wanting to create a new version of yourself? Now, all these different tools that we've spoken about does not mean that that's the right fit for you. It might be that you're starting with meditation, or it might be that you have started a yoga class and you enjoy the last 15 to 20 minutes of the relaxation time where you get to be in silence. They're in everything that we do. And because yoga is greatly linked to our chakras, which helps us expand and shift and reprogram, align ourselves. So it's not just yoga. There's so much behind everything that we do. So even if you do the littlest things for yourself, changes your frequency. So my question is, how do you want to see your year? And what are you going to implement to change your frequency? And if you've never heard of frequency and you don't know what I'm talking about, how do you want to keep that energy or yourself in that really happy mood, that headspace of fun and excitement? And what are you willing to do to keep it steady? And the reason why I say steady is because frequency jumps up and down, right? It's not supposed to be monotone frequency. It goes up, it goes down. And, it's how you pick yourself up for when it comes down is what keeps you moving. It keeps you moving ahead. It's like, okay, today was a shit day, but I know tomorrow will be better. And if you don't know if tomorrow is going to be better, guess what? The sun always comes up the next day. And if the sun bloody gets up the next day, guess what you have the hope of? Getting up the next day. There's no excuses. The only excuse you have is yourself. Right? And it's not about this person teaches it like this. Let's take the ego out. There's no room for ego when you're doing this work on yourself. Oh, am I doing it right? I don't know. Does it feel right for you? If you feel good doing whatever it is that you're doing to help you balance your frequency with who you are, then you're doing an amazing job because you're doing something that others aren't even thinking about, which means that you're way ahead of the game. And if you love it so much and then you're starting to get a feel of your frequency and you're starting to understand where things are going and what does that look like for you, well, the bonus is that you start stepping up and you learn. You start growing. You start understanding. You start wanting to be a part of other people that are like-minded. And things start shifting for you because we start changing. People who don't serve us anymore starts melting away. They're there, but they don't serve the same purpose. Like, you're not going to catch up with a girlfriend that complains about her whole life every single day when you're working on building up your energy and frequency and living your best life. And then there's guilt around that too. I don't know if some of you out there feel guilty when you're feeling bloody amazing, and then there's others that are not in a good spot. So then we tone ourselves down to fit in to everyone else's frequency, and it shouldn't be the case. Be mindful and respectful, of course. And that comes with time and practice, because we can get sucked into the vortex of just being down and confused and being in everyone else's energy and vibration rather than your own. So when it comes to journaling and writing yourself, for what are you going to journal? What is this journaling business? It could mean anything for you. It could be writing down things with intention, or it could be just what's going through your head today. It could be what creative ideas that you have. It could be someone's pissed you off and you needed to talk to someone. You can write it all out, bless and release. Journaling could be anything. It needs to be therapeutic. It needs to be something that comes naturally to you. I don't do the journaling every day, but I do have my notepad, like my book, with me for ideas and how I want to feel and how does that relate to me, how many shifts I'm going to create, what's my next thing. And I need to get that out of my head, because I'm always buzzing with different frequencies, that when I'm feeling peaceful and aligned, that it just works. And the last thing that I want to say is just keep it simple. Don't overthink everything. You know, some people have do this and there's 21 steps. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Write things down. Do what's right for you, whether it's gratitude, whether it's meditation, whether it's journaling, whether it's just writing I am statements. And, you know, I am doing such and such, or I'm in the process of such and such, is really helpful as well, because our minds and our brains know the difference of that's true, that's not true. So when you're feeling more aligned, you should try that. I am, for example, say, I am beautiful. I am beautiful. And if you get that gut, your second brain starts hitting your stomach and you're like, ugh, then why don't you say, I'm in the process of becoming beautiful? Because that's where you're wanting to go. That's your outcome, but you're not lying to yourself. So things start aligning until you're ready to say the words that I am beautiful. That's it for me and another episode. Thanks so much for listening. Till next time, shine bright. Bye. And that's it for another episode of Love, Sex and Energy. Connect on all socials at Adriana Galinek. Hit the follow button, share with friends, and if you have some time, write a review. As they say, the energy flows in universal ways, so always remember to shine bright. Till next time, see ya.